Friends who are early, we'll be using a strap today for binding if you need it for bird pose, and 2 blocks if you have it. All right, my clock says 7. That means we have just a couple seconds to get started. So I'll say again, if you have a strap, if you need it for binding, and a couple of blocks today, that would be wonderful. And good morning. Happy to start Thursday's class. We're ending the chapter in Sylvia Boorstein's book, Happiness is an Inside Job. We're ending wise mindfulness now. So we're ending it with metta practice as wise mindfulness. If you consider that the basis of a metta practice is an ever-expanding list of benevolence of recipients. So on Tuesday we talked about embracing each moment fully and as a friend. So that means that across every situation, every moment, we find benevolence. And yesterday, if you were in class, and it doesn't matter if you weren't, we'll go over it today, we made a list, one breath, one name, one breath. So each time we breathe, we had a name that we would offer a good wish to. We'll do that again today. The idea being that we move into benevolence across the board. So situations, thoughts, actions, and people or beings. All right, let's go ahead and begin today in standing. We'll come into letting your feet be a little bit separated, lifting the toes nice and wide, pull the belly in, extend arms by your side, palms facing forward. Now set your gaze down, or if you're able to, you'll close your eyes. Pulling the belly in to help for stability. Start breathing through your nose and just take a sense of awareness in the nose. So because metta is this expanding practice, we'll start to expand that awareness, not just of breath in the nose, but how our body feels. Start with just your head. Start with your jaw. Move down into the chest, the arms. Feel tension in your fingertips and let that go. Lifting the body up from the hips as if you were coming out of the floor. Finding a sense of stability and balance by powering up your muscles. Lift the kneecaps and feel the feet and the ground connecting. And so just as we can expand awareness in our own body, we expand awareness of our benevolence in every situation, with people, with thoughts, with situations. Draw the hands to heart, step the feet together. Nice big in-breath as we take the arms up. Fill up here. And then exhale, hinge forward. Be mindful, you may want to micro-bend in the knees in the beginning. Lift your heart halfway. Exhale, step or hop it back, either plank pose or lower chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice big deep breaths. So right here, start to think of the person dearest to you. Say their name and then offer them a wish. So my wish example was, may you be happy. I always start with my husband. Tom, may you be happy. Second breath, I go right to Doug. Doug, may you be happy. Third breath, I take my youngest son. Jake, may you be happy. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop it up. Come up to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, standing, arms come with you. Nice big stretch. Keep your belly super strong. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop it back, lowering all the way, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Right away, right leg forward, Virabhadrasana A. Inhale as you lift up. Long exhale, take it all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, left leg forward. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go right back into your breathing. So nice, steady Ujjayi breath. And then start your wish list again. Go to the next dearest person. Or maybe you're in friends now and colleagues. We try to expand our list. So even at the end of class, we're offering goodness to people we may not enjoy being around. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop it up. Come up halfway, exhale, release. Inhale to standing, arms come with you. Nice big stretch, we'll do one more. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, step or hop it back. Again, straight through chaturanga, or maybe you're hanging out here. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. One breath here. Walk to the back of your mat. Come up halfway. Exhale, release forward. Inhale to standing, arms come with you. We're going to move through warrior three. Right leg points. We're not staying in it. And then tilt through warrior three. Straight down, standing splits. Left leg is high. And you decide here how you want to descend. The regular descent, or maybe you want to hop back on that right leg. Lower down one-legged. Inhale, one-legged up dog. And then lift up, one-legged downward facing. Left leg lifts. Replace the leg, down dog. Again, walk yourself to the back of the mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release forward. Inhale to standing with arms. Extend left leg long. Passing through warrior three. And then go right into standing splits. Right leg is up. Inhale, lift. Decide how you want to exhale. Either step back on the left leg or go to regular descent. Lowering down one-legged. Lifting one-legged up dog. And come into one-legged downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. And now replace the leg, down dog. Right away, back to Ujjayi breath and your wish list. Moving into a place now where you're including loved ones, maybe a neutral person now. I always think of the grocery clerk. I used to say the mailman, but we've kind of become friends. So go to people who might be neutral to you. All right, last breath. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop it up. Come up halfway, and then release forward. Let it all go. Inhale to standing, arms come with you. Nice big stretch. All right, so finding your way to the very front of the mat if you're not already there. Today we'll be doing mandala, that's the circle. And it can get a little bit confusing on the mat. So if at any time you're facing away from the screen and you feel you want to turn around, go ahead and turn around, because I'll guide you hopefully with the correct right and left sides. So we should be fine if you don't want to do mandala. But the idea of mandala is that we come into full circle. The idea of metta is to give away and you get back, not necessarily tit for tat like person to person, but just the idea of giving away goodness makes you feel good. So you're already a winner once you start practicing metta. Let's come into a standing position. We'll take hold of the left wrist, cross the right ankle. Find a sense of stability by pushing your toe in and having a connection in the ankles. Inhale to lift up, and as you exhale, stretch off to the right side. So it's almost as if you're pulling that left arm. You're going to feel a nice big stretch on the whole left side. Using your knowledge breath now, that's the whole point, is we're clearing the mind so that we can see and hear wisdom. knowledge, truth in every move we take. So with each breath, is it okay? If not, you back it out. Come on back to center. Let's release the hand and the foot, finding a back bend. Arms can stay high or at the hips. Lengthen tailbone, push hips forward, weights in the heels. Find the best back bend for you at this moment, 7:05 or whatever it is right now. Pulling belly in. And come on back up. Separate feet, just hips distance. Again, widen out your toes. Roll the shoulders up and back. Inhale here. Exhale, we hinge forward. Peace fingers to the big toes if they reach. And if they don't reach, that's fine. Stop along the way. Wherever you are, inhale, half lift. Exhale, let it go. Shifting weight into the toes. Maybe elbows out to the side as you start to pull up on the toes and then push back down into the fingertips. Lift kneecaps if your legs are straight. One more breath. Releasing hands from feet, come up halfway, step the feet together, sink it down for chair pose. Lifting up, trying to get shoulders right over the hips. Half a breath here to come up a little bit, and then exhale, prayer twist to the right. And you decide today where you want to go with that. Maybe you're hanging out, maybe you're separating arms, or maybe you're taking Parsva-Bakasana, finding a little tiny balance here. We won't stay long. Coming back through revolve chair. Release everything, but stay in chair as you come up for cactus arms. Right leg lifts. Keep the bend in the left knee. Inhale, expand your heart. Exhale, contract. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Take one more big breath. And then let it go. Come up to standing. Right leg behind you. Trying to take heel towards the hip. And if you're ready to expand, kick it back a little bit. We don't want to go too far right now. We're not that warmed up yet. Nice, let's release. Coming back to standing, we'll take hold of the right arm. Inhale to lift, cross left ankle, pushing toe and ankle down for connection, and then start bowing off to the left, using your knowledge breath. Each in-breath guiding you. Each out-breath is the action. Hopefully we do that off the mat before we utter a word. We take a breath and let that wisdom and knowledge guide us in our words. Come on back to center, releasing everything, and we come into our back bend. So second back bend, maybe if you had your hands at your hips, now you want to take the arms up, that's fine. Or leave hands at hips. Pull belly in, hips forward, weights in the heels. Now keep that belly sucked in, because when it's going forward, I know I have a tendency to want to push it out, so I have to work hard to pull the belly in. Let's come back to center. Separate the feet, lift the toes, widen them out, hands at hips. Roll shoulders up and back, strong belly. Exhale, hinge forward. This time we'll step on the palms. So lift the feet up and bend the knees if you need to, but let the head be heavy. For some of us, even with bent knees, it seems impossible, so we'll just bend the hands, invert them, and place them on your knees or even at the shins. Just the idea is to get a little bit of love for the wrists. Shifting the weight forward into the toes. All right, let's release hands from feet. Come up halfway, step the feet together. Sink the hips first, and then just peel the body up for chair pose. Arms are shoulders are right over the hips if you can. Weights shifting back now into the heels. Half a breath lift. Exhale, prayer twist left. Holding this chair pose, maybe separating the arms, or taking Parsva-Bakasana, the balancing pose. Let's all meet in our twisted chair. We leave chair, but unfurl, hands to cactus. Left knee lifts. Keep the bend in the right knee. 3 cat-cows. Inhale to expand. Exhale to contract. Use that strong belly and use a drishti. Open, close. And one more big expansion. And then close it off. Come up to standing. Same thing left side. First we just start thinking heel to hip. And then if you know it's okay to expand a little bit, just take a little kind of bow pose. Not ready to go too deep yet. All right, let's let that go. Coming back up to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up. Pull the belly in. Exhale, hinge forward. Lift up halfway. Step or hop it back all the way through chaturanga or hang out in plank. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. All right, we start right side. Right leg lifts. Stack the hips. Bend the knee. Lift your head and look over your left shoulder. Looking for the foot to appear. Flipping if you're flipping. Staying if you're staying. Or maybe a little side plank. Just lifting up and opening your beautiful heart. Come on back. Right leg stays lifted. We start with a twist. Twisting underneath to left armpit. Knee touches the arm. Exhale. One-legged dog. Knee forward to nose. Tucking round. Exhale, dog. Knee to the outside of the right arm. Hover and hold or take your balancing pose. And we all end up taking that right leg back. Big lift here. Plant the foot to the outside of the right hand. Pivot both toes to the right. Then walk the right leg away from you because we want to create a little space. Take the right arm up. And we'll start with left knee to right elbow. Tuck and round and extend. Knee to elbow and extend. One more, hover and hold, really crunching into that belly. Take it back. Now walk your right foot forward so we come back into that high lunge that we started in. Lift the hips on the ball of the left foot. Nice big twist to the right. Keep the twist. Drop left knee down. If you feel you're in a position to bend the left knee, let's try it. Taking heel to the hip. Gently encouraging a nice big stretch here. One more like that. All right, let the foot go. Tuck the toes under, come inside, and we start skater's lunges. Left, right, left. You can go high and slow, low and fast, just moving left to right, left to right. Next time we come left, let's settle into the pose. So we come down into this kind of Marichyasana shape, extending the right leg long, just open up. It's just a half a breath. And release, crawling yourself back up, facing the left, yogic squat. Nice wide arms. Take the right arm on top of the left once or twice. Eagle arms. Keep your squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one like this. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, lower. Pivot the toes in. We'll swing left leg over the right. And maybe today, or maybe just this set, we stay like this. That's fine. Lifting left hip. Maybe double wrap. That's fine too. Finding your best eagle. One more breath. Keeping eagle arms, come back to your wide legs, parallel feet here. Inhale the elbows up. Exhale, hinge forward. Be mindful, since we don't have our hands to guide us, shift a tiny bit into your toes, lift the kneecaps, drop the head down. Make sure you're active on the pinky sides of the feet as well. We want to lift up in the arch of that foot. Okay, last breath like this. As you come up, you can release the arms, maybe hands to hips for an acclimating breath. And then come all the way up. Pivoting right toes open. Maybe going a little bit wider for warrior two. So in warrior two, we're trying to get the right thigh to come towards parallel to the foot. We also want to be aware of the left pinky toe, that we can go to a place where we can roll without lifting the big toe. So keep the big toe mound down. Drishti's over the right fingertips, Strong belly here. Now try reverse warrior. Left arm down, big stretch. Now again, pay attention to the right knee. I know what happens to me is that right knee comes in and I start to straighten it too. So see if you can keep the shape. Strengthening pose if you're taking it. Releasing everything, come up for straight legs and we'll add triangle. Reach the fingertips long and then tilt down, lifting up, finding shoulder to shoulder. Everything's in one line here. If you need a block here, it's a perfect time to grab your block. Lifting up, drishti ideally is to the left fingertips. Strengthening pose if you're adding it. Right arm lifts, left arm closes. Think twisting left so that left shoulder doesn't dive in. Inhale, come right back up. Let's move this into side angle. We'll start resting like this. This is where if you're going to do bird pose and you want to strap, you might want to grab it. So in side angle, if you're hinging just like this with the arm down, it's one line, pinky toe, up to the armpit. If you're adding left arm, it's the same line. One line. Now it's fingertips all the way down to the pinky toe. Maybe you take your right arm to the floor and you're just looking underneath your left armpit. Now if you like the bind, left arm comes behind. As I said, if you're using a strap, just swing it through. The strap is just lengthening your arms. You don't even have to have a strap. You can just take the right hand inside the right knee, left hand at the sacrum. And let's practice bird pose. You can stay just like this without binding and just come to standing on the left leg. This is what it would look like. But if you're binding, go for the bind. You might have to do your little toe tap to come up to standing on the left leg. If you got warmed up enough, extend the right leg. All right, let's release bird. We'll all meet up in this side angle pose and take it into half moon. Again, if you need your block, it's right hand, hinging forward 1 to 2 feet, lifting up, finding a super stretch here, starting actively balancing. If all is good and you want to add Chandrachepa, bend the left knee. Give yourself a nice big kick. If you had Chandrachepa, let's let it go. And from here, coming into Warrior 3. Left arm, left shoulder comes down. Right arm, right shoulder lifts. All right, left hand to the floor for revolved half moon. And again, if you practice Chandrachepa, go ahead and bend the left knee and give yourself a nice kick here. One more breath. Okay, if you had the Chandrachepa, let's let it go. Touch down, left hand on the floor, pivot both toes to the right, kind of right back where we started. So staying in this split leg side plank or coming into stacking. Either way, we do 3 dips. Lowering, lifting. Lowering, lifting. Lowering, lifting. Hover here if you're taking full Vashisthasana, where you take the right leg up. Go ahead and give yourself a big lift. One more breath. Okay, so here's where we're going to spin around, and you'll probably be facing the back of your mat at this point. If you need to, just turn around, face the front, that's fine. Everybody step right leg behind the left, come out of the pose, pivot to your right, reverse table. Again, have your block ready in case we use it on the next exercise. Once you lift up, get the hips nice and high. Now in this next exercise, it's a glute exercise for the right glute, so we don't bend the elbows. Left knee to nose, dip the hips almost to touching. Exhale, extend. We do 3 of these. Last one. Extend and hold, lifting up. Now go ahead and grab your block, place it between the thighs, and return to that same shape. From here, we do 8 dips like this. Again, the arms never bend. Hips down, up, squeezing as you come up. That's 3, 4, keep going, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower down, you can ditch the block. Give yourself some love into that right hip. Nice big twist to the right. Big breath in. Big breath out. Alrighty. Lower right leg, we're preparing for gate pose. So no matter where you are, what shape, what place you're facing, back or front, we'll come to kneeling on the right leg, left leg is extended, gate pose. Allow the left toes to come forward so we can roll to the pinky side of the left foot. Big inhale. Take it all the way up, fill up here. And on the exhale, left hand down, reach over that left leg. Nice big stretch on the right side. Trying to keep the shoulders nice and square. Let's take strengthening pose. Lifting up. Now pivot toes open and we'll take a little twist. From here, extend left leg down and then look underneath right armpit. Come on, back up. We'll go opposite direction. Placing the right hand down, fingertips are facing forward, so we're looking in the same line as the mat likely. Now here's where the left pinky toe is going to be important. Take the left arm up. We're going to take knee to the right elbow. So come up, knee to elbow, back to kneeling. Knee to elbow, back to kneeling. Knee to elbow and hold, crunching here. Take another breath. And then release long. Let the left leg lift up. Little hip circles. Going forward. And then switch direction, going the opposite way. And let's try Chandra Chakra here. Bend the left knee. Give yourself a nice big kick, opening up. Let left leg be long. Touch down as you pivot down to your mat. Kneeling position, right leg, left leg long for grasshopper push-ups. Squeeze the elbows in. As you tilt down with your chin and chest, the left leg comes up. 2 more times. Tilt down with chin and chest, left leg lifts. 1 more time. Tilt down and lift up. On this last one, we'll come down and just hover and hold here, chin and chest coming towards the floor. Those of you who do chin pose, help yourself. I'm not teaching it today, but you'll know what to do. You'll lift the right leg. The rest of us will just stay here, holding, hovering, finding breath. And then last one, both legs to the floor, plank pose, lower chaturanga. Lift your beautiful heart as you breathe in and fill up. Come back, downward facing dog. Now go right back to your list. And at this place, add somebody either neutral or challenging. And wish them the happy wish you've been wishing other people. So just the way we meet each moment fully, and as a friend, we find each person getting that same amount of benevolence that others got. Bend your knees here, look forward, step or hop it up. Coming up to whatever you're at, the back, the front of your mat, lift up halfway. Exhale, release, and then inhale, come to standing, opening up the front side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop it back, lowering through chaturanga. Lift the heart as you inhale. Come back, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. My left leg lifts. Stack the hips, bend the knee, lift the head, look over right side. A perfect place to hang out. If it's not perfect, come out of it. If you're going on, flip or side plank. Moving into a benevolent place for your body at this given time. Come on back. Left leg stays lifted and we twist. Knee underneath to the right armpit. See if you can tap it. Exhale, long. Knee to nose forward in plank. Tuck and round here. Exhale.